Hey y'all, Dennis' Backyard Barbecue is coming up on Easter, so we got to get that ham ready. I got a new recipe for a spiral cut ham. I'm going to show it to you today, and I think it's going to be really good. We're going to do it differently than I've done it in the past, and I'm really excited about it. So let's get to it. All right, first thing we got to do, and I haven't realized this in the past when I've done these, is they're not spiraled all the way to the end. So we're going to take the knife and we're going to cut in, and we're going to keep the same width that we have from the original spiral cut, and we're just going to let that run all the way in. And yes, we had audio issues again, so I'm doing a voiceover on this one. Bear with me for a few minutes, and then we should be back to active audio. So what I want to do is I'm going to finish slicing this. I want to get it all the way down. Then I'm going to take some Dijon mustard. I want to open these folds up. Now they'll fall open pretty good here in a little bit, but I want to open the folds up because we're going to put Dijon mustard all over the outside and down on the inside. And we just going to, that's our binder. And I'm using Golden's Dijon mustard and Big Papa's Hallelujah Jalapeno rub. And what we're going to do is just open these folds up and put the Dijon in, and I'm going to do that all the way down, all the way through the folds, because we're going to put this rub inside the folds because it's going to make a big difference in the flavor. I tasted a little bit after I did this. You know, since I'm voiceover in this, I can go ahead and give you that little heads up. Yeah, this is going to be really good. So we got to get this finished, get the Dijon all the way in, and then once we get the Dijon all the way in, we're gonna go ahead and start sprinkling in our Hallelujah Jalapeno. So we'll be doing that here shortly. Meantime, look how messy that is. All right, now we're gonna put in our Hallelujah Jalapeno Big Papa's rub, and we're gonna put it on the inside. We also, when we were rubbing now, we did put that Dijon all over the outside too. So we're just gonna sprinkle this, and this is where I stole a piece, and because it's already cooked. I stole a piece from here, and man, this is gonna be really good. So once we get this done, then we're gonna get out here and we're gonna put it on the grill at 350 degrees. And we're gonna leave it there for until we hit about 100-degree internal temperature. So let's finish getting this rub on. Now I do have an aluminum pan up under my grill grate to catch all the drippings and seasonings and all that. You'll see that here in just a second. Okay, so I've got my aluminum pan down in there. And I'm gonna put my rack on here just so that it'll be easier for me to handle the ham. And with the aluminum pan, that's gonna catch all our drippings and all of that. Now I gotta steal me a piece of this. That's good. All right, we're gonna shut it down, and we're gonna let it cook till we get about 100 degrees. Then we're gonna come back in and glaze it. Look at how those folds are opening up. I like this. We'll check on it in about an hour. Okay, so now it's time to mix up our glaze. And we're going to start off with me opening this bag. Okay, so we got the bag open. So we're going to start off with 1/2 cup of brown sugar. So let's go ahead and get that. All right, so that's our 1/2 cup brown sugar. Then we're going to do 1/2 cup of orange juice. So let's open up our orange juice. I don't drink a lot of orange juice, but we're gonna do 1/2 cup of orange juice. Looks like I'm gonna be drinking a little bit of orange juice. All right, so we got that in there. Now, we've got to do a Dr. Pepper. I found these itty bitty ones. I didn't want to just go to the convenience store, and I spent less money on 6 of these little ones than I would have for one at the convenience store. All right, so 1/2 cup of Dr. Pepper. All right, and I will drink that here in a little bit. Now I need 1/2 of a teaspoon of cinnamon. So let's get this. Yeah, that looks like about 1/2. We're going to call it that. And then I need 1 teaspoon of cloves. Now this is ground cloves, and I did the conversion. And actually, it calls for 5 cloves of cloves. And 1 teaspoon is 4 cloves. So we're going to let that overflow just a little bit. Now, this might be the best part of the whole daggone thing right here. Where are we at? Where are we at? Where's my Dijon mustard? Got some Gulden's Dijon mustard, and we're putting in 2 tablespoons of this. 2 tablespoons. There's 1, if it comes out. So we got to do a little bit more. And then we're going to put a squirt. All right, so let me finish spilling Dijon mustard all over the daggone counter. Let's go ahead and get this out. Yes, my hands are clean. I've been wearing gloves the whole time I've been doing all this stuff. Man, that is good. I like me some Dijon mustard. Now we're going to take the whisk and we're going to get it combined. Once our ham gets up to 100 degrees internal, we're going to set this on the egg and let it just kind of start warming up. Oh man, that smells good. I wish y'all could smell through the YouTube. That smells real good. All right, so I'm gonna let that sit. I'm gonna clean everything up, and then we're gonna go check on the ham in a little bit. See y'all soon. So I'll do a quick shout out to my buddy Rob at Poor Guy Outdoor Cooking. I did get your magnet, and I finally found a place to put it. It's on the little baby refrigerator out in the cook shed. Y'all check Rob out. We're still rolling about 350. So I'm gonna take my sauce, and I'm gonna hope it's gonna fit. Oops, that ain't gonna work. I'm gonna try to get this glaze to where I can set it beside the ham and get the grill bag closed and warm it up. If I can pull that off, that will be incredible. Now let's see, can we get it to close? And we cannot. So let's shift the ham back a little bit. And shift this way a little bit. All right, and we got it to close. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, because we are at 100 degrees internal, and we're gonna let this come up to 120. Once it gets to 120, then we're gonna open it up and we're gonna start basting it with this sauce. So, I'll stir it one more time here in a little bit. I don't see any point to video that, but I'll pop it over and stir it. The next time you see it, the whisk will be gone. And we're gonna finish it up. Man, I wish y'all could smell that glaze. And we're gonna glaze it probably 3 or 4 times. So, see y'all in a bit. Okay, so our egg temperature hadn't recovered since we opened it up, but we are at 120 internal. So now, it's time to start lathering this thing up. Now this is a really thin glaze. And we're gonna glaze it several times. I wanna make sure I get down in everything. Oh man, that smells good. Yes. All right, so I'm gonna get in between all the folds. So that's why I'm showing this, because I want to get between all the folds. All the way down. All the way down. And like I said, this is a really thin glaze. So I'm gonna put a little bit more on here. Get back here to this end. Hopefully I'm not blocking y'all too much. Here, let's do it this way. There, y'all can see that. All right, I'm gonna leave the little saucepan on here. We're gonna give it about 5 minutes and we're gonna baste it again. Man, I can't wait to taste that. That's good. All right, so let's put some more glaze on this thing. Man, that is looking good. Notice the of glove. All right, we're gonna put some more glaze on here. And I'm just gonna be liberal because we got a whole bunch of it. And see how, look at how those opened up. Man, this glaze is just going right down in there. Right down in there. I can't wait to see how this is. I tell you what, I can smell the cinnamon. This thing is strong on cinnamon. So, Captain Ron, Fogo, appreciate your recipe. I know you said it was good and you doing it for Easter. So I'm giving it a go. All right, now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna switch hands because I'm right hand dominant. And we fixing to coat this thing. Then we're gonna let it go for about another 10 degrees. And we're gonna be golden. All right, let's do this. Let's do it this way. We'll do it this way a little bit. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, we're gonna let that go for about 10 more degrees, and then we're gonna pull it, let it rest, and then it's on like Donkey Kong. All right, I hate that my audio keeps cutting out, but we gotta do this the way we gotta do it. All right, so we got to pull everything off. It's good. Man, you can smell all the different flavors. It is incredible. It is incredible. So I think what we're gonna do is, since I'm having to do a voiceover, we're gonna lock it down right here. Okay, so we've let this rest for about 15 minutes. I gotta have a taste. Wow. The little bit of cinnamon gives it some pop. And cayenne. Holy moly. Man. This has got to be the best ham I've ever had. Yes. Bar none. Wish I had a beer to wash it down with, but don't need one. This is good. Wow. Okay. So, man, I'm gonna have another piece. All right, I'm gonna put the recipe back. Go. That was good. I'm gonna put the recipe down in the description. I'm gonna put all the links and coupon codes and all that. I mean, I've done this enough now. If y'all actually follow me, you know what the deal is. But, wow. Until next time I see y'all at the grill, y'all keep on grilling. Daggone, that's some good ham.